Winnemucca. We're glad you're able to join us for Super Bowl 53 of the Winnemucca Insiders Football Edition. I got my buddy Davey Barwicki, my buddy Terry Boyle, and on behalf of the Winnemucca Inn, I want to thank everybody who participated in our Insiders Football Contest this past season. It was a great contest, and I have to tell you, folks, the four winners, it all came down to the last week. It was unbelievable. People were calling me, they were texting me, hey, how did I do? And it came down to the last week. And actually, in the employee contest, it also came down to the last week. So, outstanding picking by everybody.
Not me. It didn't come down to me in the last week. I was gone in week like 13 or 14.
Well, no, in fairness to you,
I did miss a week.
You did miss a week, and then me and Dave picked a week for you. And I think we got a 2 for him that week, Dave. I don't think we did too good. You got a 4?
I don't remember what we
did.
Okay, so
today we're here to talk about the Super Bowl. So on Sunday, a couple days from right now, Super Bowl's out at 3:40 in the afternoon.
Yep.
And we've got lots going on. We've got a football pool. I mean, come by and, if
get
there are
on
any spaces left on Sunday, you are first come, first serve to get on our football pool. It's a free $500 pool. Lounge will be set up. Appetizers off the menu. We've still got the big pretzel. We've got some of the football specials. Should be a good day. Should be a good game, too. So two teams fairly evenly matched.
I'm going to be giving away stuff throughout the game. I got Super Bowl T-shirts. I got Super Bowl hats. I got Super Bowl mugs, Super Bowl keychains to be given out throughout the game. Should be a ton of fun. I'll make sure I give out some of our koozies again with beer tickets in it. Now,
and William Hill has an amazing amount. You could spend a couple hours just reading all the propositions.
Yeah, no kidding.
Virtually anything you want to bet on, they've got some sort of proposition that hoops that in. The last page is full of basketball mixes with the players here. Will
I hate
Stephen
those.
Curry, score more points than the combined yards of a couple of or combined receptions of a couple different receivers.
Well, Terry, give us the latest numbers in the lines as we sit today.
Well, the line hasn't moved much. It opened at 2.5. New England being the favorite at 2.5. It's currently 3. But it says -3 and it's even money. So it's still almost the same. They've changed the point spread. I don't really understand why they'd want to do that. Just leave it at 2.5 and leave it -110 on both sides. But the last I looked at the board, it was -3 New England, but they are even money on that proposition. And you're getting +3 on Los Angeles, and it's -120. Me personally, if you're taking Los Angeles, go money line. Forget about the points. You got to win this game.
Now, in 52, we had the Patriots in the Super Bowl. But guess who didn't make it in 53? The Eagles, who was in 52. But they did win it.
They made it.
They won it, Dave. They won it. That's better than I could say about my Bungles. So, anyways, stay tuned because at the end of this show, folks, we're going to give you who we think's going to win this ball game. All right? So, Terry, I know you've highlighted a few of these.
So the propositions, there's a lot of propositions. First off, there's 3 different parlay cards. So you've got your normal half-point card with, it looks like there's 11 different propositions on here. And you can bet it all the way up to 11, paying $1,400 for one if you can get all 11 propositions. But you can bet as few as 3. So pick your favorite 3 propositions on this half-point card. And it's kind of like a regular Sunday, but they've got lines on longest touchdown. Will it be a score in the first 5.5 minutes of the game? A number of those types of things, all related to the game. There is another card for $5. You got to pick 15 things, and it pays $100,000 if you get it right.
Yeah.
So of course it's going to be very hard to hit, and there are several propositions in there that, in my opinion, could very likely be a tie, and it tells you right up front ties lose. So William Hill's giving themselves an out, but boy, for $5, if you pick 15 of them that came in, that's
give it a
shot.
Lottery
ticket. That's about as much as you can win. And then there's another parlay card, which is again, based on scoring. I think there's 11 propositions here as well, and you can get 10. 10 is as big as you can go. 600 to 1. Picking scores by half, by quarter, by game, total field goals. Anyways, a lot of the propositions that are on the cards are also in the sheet, but the sheet has a whole
lot more. Well, the one thing, Davey, that we can be assured of is that we're having the eastern part of the United States and the southern part's having this major freeze, but this game's indoors in Atlanta. I don't think it's going to affect anybody.
It's supposed to be colder than normal down there, but they're still going to open up. I watched on CBS this morning, that Mercedes Stadium is quite amazing, state of the art, $2 billion stadium. The roof opens, so they plan on at least opening it for the start of the game because they want to see the flyover by the
by
the Blue Angels
Okay.
or whoever's doing it. But there's a military flyby with military jets. Always one of the coolest parts of the games.
Yeah, absolutely. So
One of my favorite propositions, I've bet on this every year, and I think I've won more than I've lost, but I always bet on the coin toss.
yeah, I
So
know.
the coin toss is a good value. Most bets, if you know your
What number is that?
sports betting, it's 145, 146.
Okay.
Most sports bet propositions are a 10-cent line. Means you got to bet 10 cents to win. So you bet $1.10 to win $1. This is minus 105 both ways. So it only costs, they're only taking 5 cents to bet on the coin toss. I always like to start with a winner.
You know what? We won on that last year because
I've
both
won
of us won it.
several times. So I think it's been heads for a couple of years in a row. So
I'm
maybe
gonna
it's
stay
time for
with it.
tails. I don't know. I believe in trends that change.
I'm going to stay with it. Dave, what do you think? Heads or tails, or do you even care?
I don't really care. I think that's just. I'd like to pick something, at least have a feeling I achieved something at the end. But I'd go heads. It always comes heads.
Yeah. Hey, I achieved something. I win money if I get it. That's a good achievement as far as
Just
I'm
like to
concerned.
start the day with a winner or possibly a loser. Just you kind of get your feet wet right off the
I
bat.
was
Now-
started with the losers.
now,
always
hey,
bad.
The two below that, this is great. Will the opening kickoff be a touchback? Remember last year? Didn't they do an onside kick to start the game?
So that would be a no. That's plus 190.
Well, yeah. Wasn't that an onside kick in your game, Dave, last year?
I don't
I don't remember
remember.
him starting with an
No, I
onside
don't
kick.
think so.
Or was it the second half? Somebody did an onside kick right in the very beginning.
Might have been the second half, the opening kick in the second
It was
half.
crazy. I thought, wow, okay. So I kind of like that.
So again, there's way too much here to cover. I highlighted a couple things I thought interesting. We've talked about it before we turned the show on here, but the last play of the game be a QB rush, and there's two different places where this proposition exists: 327 and 173, and they're totally opposite. But that's basically saying the last play of the game is going to be one team has got the game won and they're going to kneel it out.
Yeah.
That's considered
Yeah, that's a
QB rush.
50-50 shot when you think about it.
Right,
50-50, but the no is plus 160 on one, and the no is minus 300 on the other. So something. Anyways, look at that one. It's an interesting one.
Well, before we started the show, Terry and Dave both said, "Hey, these are pre-done lines. They are going to change.
Well,
Make
they
sure,
change,
folks,
yes.
you got to check the latest line at the book. And the only place you can check that's right, at the Winnemucca Inn. Just
And
saying.
Only live
it
sports.
does
doesn't win a
change,
bunch.
but as soon as you bet it, whatever's on your bet, you get. But they change
That's
right
it.
up until game time. Some of them last year, there was a couple on the sheet that were plus $1.80. By the time I bet it was minus $1.20. So they changed dramatically
Jeez.
depending on who's betting on what. So it's just like any other line.
So, no, the total's 57 points.
56, I believe.
Or 56?
Well, it depends on where you're looking. So on the card itself, the over/under is 56.5. So it was 56 last time I looked at the board. It opened at 58, but it's been fluctuating between 56 and 58. Big number for an NFL football game. But last Super Bowl was 41-38, so it was almost 80 points. The Super Bowl before that was also in the 65, 70 point range. So there's been a couple of high scoring games. Again, these two teams haven't been known for their defense. They've been known for their offense. I personally like the over, even though it's a big number. I'd like to see that at 48, and I'd feel a lot better about it. But
Well, the
I think both
Patriots
teams are gonna
game,
score.
the Patriots conference championship game with Kansas City was way under. And then all of a sudden in the
Second half.
fourth quarter, what happened?
There's a proposition here on the scoring, and I made a note of that one. Will there be more scoring in the first half or the second half? I thought that was an easy one to take the second half, and it was an even money type proposition.
Oh, it was?
But anyways, there are, again, too many to notice. Another one that I highlighted, what will happen first, a sack or a touchdown. I personally think a touchdown. I don't think either one of these quarterbacks gets sacked very often, but that's an interesting proposition at 389. What's the longest score in the game going to be? Will it be a touchdown or a field goal? So you figure there's going to be some field goals. Both these kickers can kick.
Yep.
I expect a field goal on one side or the other of 50 or more.
Well,
So-
Zerline kicked a 57-yarder to
57.
win it.
Yep. So I expect that we'll see something in the 50s. Will there
And
be
this
a
is
touchdown?
indoors, so it's going to benefit the kicker.
Yep, absolutely.
And the kicker is that
And there'll be no wind.
right now it's proposition 269, 270. The
269.
field goal is the better money. It's even money for a field goal. It's minus 120 for a touchdown.
You know what? I kind of like
It's
that.
not unusual that 50 plus touchdowns happen, but they don't happen It certainly
Often.
don't happen every game. So
Okay, I like that one. Just looking at that right off the bat.
as you keep coming down, will Tom Brady have a rushing touchdown?
No.
Okay, so no is minus 900 right now. And
He
the
does
yes
run
is-
the ball. Sometimes
So
the
if-
quarterback sneaks.
So again, he will. That's the only chance it'll happen. If they're on the 1 yard line, a
He'll
sneak can happen.
just do that.
That
push it
proposition
over.
currently is plus 600. So you get $6 for every $1 bet on that proposition the way it sits right now. I kind of like taking that chance. This is one I like just because I like the way this guy's been playing. Like with Sony Michel, who's the running back for New England, who was hurt a lot during the regular season because I had him on my fantasy football team. His over or under 79.5. He both of the previous playoff games he broke 100. I think it was 139 in the first game. But I like Sony Michel over 79.5 yards rushing on Sunday. You can do that with Todd Gurley too. There's a number for Todd Gurley. I personally like the propositions that are about scoring.
Is there
Last
one
year,
for
had you known how
Burkhead?
that was going to go, you could have taken all the overs. How many yards for both? It was Nick Foles was over like 260, and I think Brady was over 290. They both were 350 or 400.
Yeah,
They were
easy.
huge numbers last year. I wouldn't be surprised to see that again. So I'm looking for the over yardage number for Tom Brady. I didn't find it in the 20 minutes I looked at this thing, but I know it's here.
Well, I'll tell you one thing.
I like the over for both quarterbacks.
Davey, I'm looking at this, and Julian Edelman, 7.5 receptions. I'd say, yep, he gets it.
I'm looking here and I see Rob Gronkowski with only
Four.
4
Four is the
receptions. That
number
looks
there.
like an easy one.
I
You'd
would think.
the Gronk would be in there for more than 4 catches.
I happen to agree with that one as well.
And even if he doesn't get 4, the receiving yards is only 56.5 yards. At straight bet minus $1.10. You'd have to take that with Gronkowski in a Super Bowl.
In a Super Bowl, and again, assuming that so you can theme your bets towards if you think it's going to be an over game like I do. I'm going to be taking a lot of these propositions that have these players hitting their marks because for the game to go over, there's going to have to be a lot of offense, and we're going to see guys like Gronkowski catching 5 and 6 passes.
Well, I think you're right.
Edelman's got to catch a bunch of passes. He's his go-to guy.
Yep,
The
I
same
agree.
thing on the other side with Brandon Cooks. I didn't see what the number was, but I think it was 7 or 8 passes was his number. I think they're both going to. I personally think it's going to be a big game. I think we're going to see a 35 to 28 or 30 type score here. Maybe just like last year.
Though, I
Push all the way
do
to the
think that
40s.
both teams will try to run the football. And I like the
with
fact.
their running backs, they will.
Well, Todd Gurley, will he have 16.5 rushing attempts? Yeah.
And he's got the yardage. His is 75.5. I like both those running backs over their number. So
Yeah.
we have Sonny Michel at 79.5. We got Gurley. Gurley, although didn't play the full game against
Nope.
the Saints.
No, because
And
the
they
other running,
suspected-
C.J. Anderson was better.
I would be a little bit more skeptical there. I think there had to be something with his health because he was on the bike. He is their better all-purpose guy because he catches the ball great out of the backfield. There is a proposition there for Sony Michel. Will he catch a pass? The over/under is a half because Sony Michel. I don't know
Can't
why
catch.
they don't throw the ball to him. Maybe he can't catch. So
Well,
don't
because
throw
they
the ball
have
to him.
Rex Burkhead.
He's their receiving back.
Yeah.
Although I'd be in the Super Bowl, I'd be tempted to take that. Will he get the chance to catch one? Tom Brady's scrambling, can't find anybody
Exactly.
downfield. If he's open in the flat, you'd think he'd get a ball flicked to him at least once.
Yeah. Now, Dave, I know we talked about the Rams tight end, and I'm still looking for him on here.
Well, I don't think either team plays the pass real well. I don't think either team's good against the pass. I look for, like Terry said, I look for a lot of scoring, but I don't see it coming through the running backs.
But with those running backs, I think there's just going to be a lot of offense, period. So I think both teams probably rush for more than 100 yards, regardless of who they're running there. I think both quarterbacks are going to be in the 300 range for total yards. Again, it's in the dome. There's no weather issues. There's no wind issues.
Fast track.
I think it's going to be fast. I think it's going to be. I could be totally wrong, just to point that out. But I'm going to be big on the over and the propositions that are about scoring.
Well,
Last year we had a couple of big payoffs here at the Winnemucca Inn at the William Hill window from people who took the half-point parlay card and they took all the props that were in favor of scoring, and it's amazing how many.
And they
came
won.
in. Yeah, both quarterbacks went over their number. So total passing yards by. See, this year they changed it. They changed it because I think they got killed last year. Passing yards by Brady will be an odd or an even number. Last year it gave us numbers. It was 280 and 200.
Right, I remember that.
Now it's more of a 50-50 proposition. Is it going to end in an even or odd number, brother? That's a coin toss. But
How would you like to win 300-1, no touchdown scored in a game?
that's not going to happen.
I don't think that's going to happen
Well,
either.
Not in this game.
There's special point lines. I mean, you can take that over under almost as high as you want. You can get you can bet on the exact score. Will the team hit on, will it be 35 points? It's 28-1 to bet 35 points total.
Oh, you know what? It's Tyler Higbee. That's their tight end, Davey.
They've got two. They've got two tight ends. They got both guys on both sides catch the ball. They throw it.
So
Because tight ends do a number on New England
they have.
from every team.
So now here's another proposition I highlighted. It's proposition 7229 and 72230. Will Brady or Goff have negative rushing yards? So to me, that means that if either quarterback, Goff's more likely to run than Brady. Brady doesn't run. If he gets sacked one time, he will have negative yards. It's almost at the last page there. So the very last page at the top. Will Brady or Goff have negative rushing yards? It's kind of ambiguous. I mean, anytime they get sacked, they're going to have negative rushing yards.
Yeah.
But I think this means will they get sacked and not advance the ball at all?
Well,
And then you get either quarterback. Brady does not run the ball very often.
no.
So
Never.
all he needs to do is sack one time, and I think that's a yes. Currently, the yes is posted at a plus 150. It's at the top of the last page. You haven't.
Oh, I haven't got the last page. Duh.
You got to go to the top of the last page. The top inside of the last page.
Jeez, I'm still not there.
That one there.
Oh my gosh.
Will Brady or Goff have negative yards rushing?
Yeah.
So some of these are ambiguously worded, and again, if you were to look at 173 and 327, to me it's the same proposition, but the numbers are totally different. And maybe William Hill, somebody will figure it out, and they'll put it together. But right now, if it was posted this way, you got a no up here for plus 160, and you get a yes down here for plus 300. I mean, how could you lose? You bet yes and no, and it's got to be one
There's
of those.
got to
two
be
things.
there's some kind of catch there.
Something's wrong there. I agree.
Oh, now I might be tempted to take this one because you guys know that I'm a Golden Knights hockey fan, the Vegas Golden Knights, and on that last page,
That's where that stuff is.
Oh,
that
let me show you
72-71, which will be more, the Golden Knights saves or the first half points, or which will be more, the Golden Knights goals or Jared Goff rush attempts?
So you'd have to know with the goal. I have no idea how many saves are typical in a game.
Oh, around 35 to 38.
So you would say points in the first half, probably not going to go over 35. I mean, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole, but good luck with it.
I'm
There's
like,
too many other things I like. I'm going to stay away from those mixed sports propositions.
I might just go crazy on it just because, well, I'm crazy.
Anyways, I think it'll be a good day. Everything's out, so I think you're going to post this as soon as we're done today. I mean, the parlay cards came in today. The big proposition sheet came in today. So you've got plenty of time to look at this. And then the game kickoff is 3:40 on Sunday.
Yep, I'll be here early.
That's right up to the date.
We're gonna have extra tables out, Terry,
Yep.
for the guests, so you don't have to worry. There's plenty of
But
seating.
getting down here early is always it's
always a
smart
plus.
thing. Yes.
So come on down early, folks. Visit with me. I'll be here early, setting up tables, making sure everything goes ready.
So we got to give us our picks. For
Now
the
we got to
games.
get picks and our favorite prop bets on who we might really like. Okay.
I'm betting on the coin toss. I haven't decided which one. I'm
Okay,
gonna go,
I'm
but,
definitely going to bet on the coin toss. But where's that other one I circled? I like
I've
it.
got a bunch of them in here, but
Oh, okay. So I'll go first. I like the New England Patriots to win this game. And if you guys have watched this show throughout this season and listened to us in the past on the radio, I like to go who I think is the better quarterback. Hands down, Tom Brady is the better quarterback. Is he older? Yeah. But they've been there 9 times in his 18-year career. Nothing that the Los Angeles Rams can throw at him is going to rattle him. Jared Goff, well, he's going to be weak-kneed and starry-eyed, I'm afraid. So I don't even think this game is going to be close at all. I like the New England. One of my spreads I like is the Patriots to win by more than 10.5 points at a plus 270. I love that one. and I love the coin toss. I think the Patriots win by at least 2 touchdowns. So, but I'm not going to go for the 2 touchdowns. I'm going to go for at least 10.5. So that's my pick right there. The New England Patriots, and then obviously I'm going to do a couple of props where I think the Patriots can win by more than 10.5 points.
Okay. The Patriots have been there. They've got the experience. As a fan, I'm going to go with the Rams.
Everybody's going to go with 95% of the people are going to go for the
Because,
Rams.
we want to see some new blood in there. And the line came out at 2.5. I think that's a fair line. I almost think they have the wrong favorite. Remember, in the regular season, New England went 10-6. They had to win their last couple of games down the stretch to avoid the first round game. They didn't have to play the wild card weekend. They only made that by 1 game. The Rams were 13-3, much better regular season record. I think the Patriots are beatable. Yeah, they've looked good in the last 2 playoff games. They had to go to overtime to beat Kansas City. I mean, they're not unbeatable. I'm not loving the Rams, but I'm going to take the Rams as a fan. I'm definitely taking the over, though. I'm expecting some scoring in this game.
Well, and here's the other thing, folks. The Patriots have won their last few Super Bowls by 4 points, or less. So
they've been in a lot of close
they've been in a lot of close ones. I personally do not think this will be close. Tom Brady's 8 years older than the Rams head coach, and he's old enough to be Jared Goff's
Normally
dad.
that would be considered a detriment. Normally that would be a reason why you'd bet the other way,
Right.
Because of that age. But
Not in this case.
Hasn't shown it. But the Rams, all they got to do is I'm sticking with the Rams.
All right, Davey, we're ready for your
All
words
right,
of
I'll make it
wisdom.
quick. Completions, Jared Goff, 24.5, easy. He gets that easy. He throws at least 60 passes. He's going to hit at least 35. I love that. It's minus $1.10. The other one I said was the Ron Gronkowski. Four catches is a win. That's an easy one. I'll tell you something. I think if New England played in the NFC, which they don't, but if they played in the NFC, you wouldn't see them in the Super Bowl every season. There's no way in the world. But anyway, they do play in the AFC, and they are in the Super Bowl. But I like the Rams. They're an underdog. They're a younger team. I'll tell you something. I like the Rams in this game. I mean, they get beat by the Eagles last year. They were 6-point favorites. Why can't they get beat by the Rams? Like Terry said, Rams had 3 losses on the season. They had 6. They barely even got in here. I like the Rams.
Well, folks, this is a good sign because when me, Terry, and Dave agreed on a game, it lost
More often
about
than not.
60% of the time.
More often than
And
not.
so now there's life for you. Now, once again, I want to remind everybody the game actually starts at 3:30, kickoff around 3:40. I'm going to be giving stuff away throughout the entire evening during the game, no matter what. So come on down, have some fun. Plenty of food, plenty of drinks.
Get down early to try and get a spot in our free $500.
Oh, absolutely.
It's first come, first serve.
So we'll be ready for it. So come on down. Terry, anything else?
That's it.
Dave?
Happy Super Bowl, everyone.
All right, that'll do it for us. Goodbye, everybody.
Go offense.